give up these little barrels. So here I am again, guys, scrapping for another session. And oh yeah, some electricals. Yeah, can't give up these barrels. So I went and had some lunch and had a break, and now I'm ready for the afternoon session, and we'll see how we go. I did pretty good in the first session. I think I got about 6 or 7 computers, so I did really good. So I'll go back out now again and have a look at what we might pick up again. Hopefully we get a few more PCs. Oh, we've got some cable. No, it doesn't look like there's any modems. Oh well, bit of low-grade cable. Well, it's a nice cupboard, but it's locked. Oh, what a shame it's locked. I probably would have taken that cupboard. Yeah, it might have had the key on it. Someone's probably taken it off for brass. But yeah, otherwise I might have taken that cupboard. That was really nice. And I don't want to take it home only to find that I can't get the lock open, and if I bust into it, I'm only most likely going to damage the door. So never mind, we'll find something else. Hey. Mostly scrapped out, but the motherboard's still there. Just junk. Oh well, not the best PC, but at least we got a motherboard out of it and a bit of scrap metal. Beggars can't be choosers, we just take whatever's given to us. Keep moving around, but I'm actually surprised that there's not as much stuff around as I thought there would have been. No, it's all just empty boxes. Yeah, there's a scrapper, the trailer. Hello. Trying to have a look at, see what this is. Look like a, wow, it's got a giant power board, a bit rusty. Wow, look at the size of those capacitors. It's basically just scrap metal. Looks like from a large alarm system, something like that. Yeah, it's a very big power supply unit, but it doesn't have much scrap value it's only worth a few bucks. And even though it's very quiet out here this afternoon, I don't want this big piece of scrap metal, because I'm trying to keep the scrap metal down, because I'm packing up for holidays. Just a monitor with a they've made their own actually I think I found something handy. Yeah, if it had more stuff in it, I'd take it, but these are good. Car stands. Perfect. These stands always come in handy. Oh well, that was alright. Hey, we got a PC. Yay. About time. Yeah. Complete. HP. Oh, nice. Pavilion. Excellent. Like it. It was quite a while since I got the last PC, so I'm glad we got that one. Let's keep moving. Just want to have a look at this monitor. Okay. It's nothing collectible. There we got an old modem. Some cables. If the monitor was a collectible one, I would have kept it, but not for me. Well, it's still got the RAM. It's just had the hard drive, and that's it. It's got RAM, CPU. We call that a PC. Oh, there's the hard drive slot. Just a DVD. Wallet. Cool. Just an old answering machine. Don't need that. Well, we've stocked up on a few PCs now. Well, for the whole day. But at least we've got some for this afternoon session now. So, starting to make it worthwhile. Alright, I think because it's so quiet and it's very dry out there, there's not much out there, so I'm only going to go another 5 or 10 minutes and start heading back. Get into unloading the van and stuff like that. Okay, well, I'm back, and yeah, I thought I might as well just come back because I was starting to drive around and really not pick up much else. It was very lean in that area in the afternoon, so I figured, well, I've done okay for the day. The morning session was a lot better, obviously, but I still picked up a couple of PCs and a few little bits. Yeah, but it turned out pretty good in the end, I think. So I'm just going to empty the van out now and just have a little look at, I can't remember how many PCs I ended up getting for the day. So I think about 7, but we'll have a look. Got a nice, this one here is a gigabyte tower. It's actually quite a nice tower. A bit of an old school tower. So I'll just load out the PCs, and so far a couple complete. Oh, and the barrels were the first thing I picked up after lunch. And yeah, as you know, I love my barrels, and these little ones are the perfect size just for things like putting individual components in there, like CPUs, and you know, when I sort them out, and they're not too big. So when you imagine this with CPUs in there, it would weigh about 100 kilos as it is. So that's about the biggest container that I want things like CPUs. And obviously I don't bother picking them up anymore if they've just got, if they don't have a lid, because without the lid I can't store them outside in case I need to, you know, put stuff outside for a while. So in some cases, even if the drum isn't that good and I find a lid, I try and get as many spare lids as I can. Okay, so yeah, as per usual, got you know, a few PCs that were half scrapped out. In this case, the only thing they've left in it is the motherboard and the slot card. There's a couple of DVD drives, but they've taken the CPU out of this one. Whoever it is that's scrapping out PCs on the spot, they seem to be quite picky. Especially I noticed that today, being, you know, in some cases, actually this morning, the first 2 PCs I took out, I picked up, the only 2 things they took out were, well, it was the only thing they took out was the power supply unit for the first 2 PCs. So they're obviously very specific in what they want. But I got my nice wheelie bin here as well. So can always use, you know, as many wheelie bins as I can sort of get into my yard. They come in so handy, just even having one empty, and when I bring in scrap like this, all the cables, I can just throw it into the wheelie bin and then put it aside for when I've got time to process the cable. I've stuffed some PCs in there, so I think I'm going to have to go from the front. There's another PC. So yeah, like in this case here, they've opened it up to have a look what's inside, or to take something, but in this case it looks like it's just the hard drive's been removed from the actual people that threw it out. So this one probably wasn't touched by the scrapper, because the RAM is still in there, and pretty much everything else. So yeah, so in that case, when they're just taking out one item, still get full value for the PC. Oh, and I got this barbecue, the Weber, and it's a bit of an old one. It's a pretty good one. It's just very straight and looks like it'll clean up really well, and it looks like it's either a C or a G. So I think it might be a G. If that's the case, it's somewhere around 1985. So that's a pretty good vintage, and being in pretty good condition, I think I might keep it. Yeah. Okay. Oh. All right. Well, it's still got the old grill, bit rusty. Well, that's just for putting your coals on by the looks of it. But yeah, a nice bit of a vintage Weber. So I'm just going to have a bit of fun here unloading and checking out what we got. Hewlett Packard Brio. So what's that? 1, 2, that's 6 PCs so far. Oh yeah, I got this bag of sugarcane mulch. You know, why not? It's just sitting there. Council would have just picked it up and thrown it into landfill. Nice sugarcane mulch. I can put that on the garden, on the veggie beds. It's 3/4 of a bag, so still got some value there. Well, this PC, this is one of those that they took out the power supply unit. The hard drive's gone, the RAM's gone, but yeah, it's got a couple of really nice big slot cards as well as a network card. So it's all still there. I think I might just put these away. So what's that? 2, 4, 6, so that's 7 computers so far. Okay, just need a temporary spot until I need to get them processed pretty quickly. Before I go on holidays, I want to try and clear out everything here. All right, that's all right. 7 PCs. Should be a couple more in the in that wheelie bin. Just a set-top box. I think this was the first PC that I picked up in the morning. Yeah, so this one, it had the power supply removed, hard drive obviously, but again, it's still got the 2 RAM sticks, and it's got 5 little slot cards in it, so really good value. Slot cards, RAM, CPU, motherboard, so I consider that as a complete PC, pretty much. So that's 8. Alright. Okay, looks like I got more PCs than I thought. That's a complete one. That's 9. That's good. Some junky bits. That's the Dell that I picked up. They took out the RAM. They probably had a look at it and then just threw it back in. It doesn't look like much. It only looks like it's only a 512. It's got a slot card. Obviously got the nice heatsink and CPU. So yeah, pretty much another complete PC. That's 10. Wow. Oh, that little HP, the complete HP. Beautiful. That's 11. All right, you can get that bin out now. Got that exhaust flange. Interesting. I like how it's they got this stainless steel braided part here. Looks pretty awesome. Another Dell, complete. That's 12. That's it. 12. I think that's 12 PCs all up. Well, that was actually a pretty good day. I didn't expect 12 PCs. And also remember that mixer that I got this morning? It's got the 2 little wheelie disco wheels on the top. And yeah, it's actually, you know, I pick these up quite often, mixers, but this is actually the first one that I've got that's got a hard drive in it. So really interesting. Hard drive in there. Yeah, I'll check that out. All right, get rid of these 12 PCs. Oh, actually, I say 12 PCs, but I forgot the main one, the cream of the crop. I had it in the front seat. Remember this one? That's that HP TouchSmart touchscreen PC. Got all the books and everything. It's probably about 10 years old. It might have been one of the early touchscreen PCs that you could actually get. And I tried to power it up. It powers up, but the screen is very faint. You can barely see anything on it, and doesn't matter what angle or how dark it is. Yeah, so it just doesn't seem to be, there might be something wrong with the graphics card. I'm not sure, but I'm going to check it out part-wise and just have a look and see if it's one of the really early ones or one of the first ones. I'll keep it in the collection. If it's just a regular run-of-the-mill HP TouchSmart, I'll probably just end up scrapping it out, because it's not going to be worth, it's too old to bother trying to get a new graphics card or something like that. But if it is one of the early ones, I'll definitely put it into my collection for flat screen, because it is a very pretty PC. So that's actually 13 computers, and I think I got a couple of laptops, but yeah, 13 PCs. Big Dell. So that's a great day of picking up scrap with 13 PCs. You know, I'm happy with 8 PCs, so when I get around 10, it's a good day. So to get 13, it's a great day. All right. That's our little tray for the Weber. bit of a mess. All right, yeah, so the rest is just pretty much some DVDs, some set-top boxes and cable boxes, and oh yeah, I'll get rid of some of this cable, little modems. So I just like wheelie bins like this, that as I come back from a pickup I can just stuff it in there and deal with it a little bit later, rather than having cables and stuff just hanging around, sitting on the ground. Then I've got no choice. So I prefer to do this, process cables and stuff in my downtime when I don't want to do any hard work. I just want to fiddle around, clean up some cables. So it's just good for that. Some power supplies, you know, and they're so big, they fit so much in there. It's really cool. All right. Yeah, I got these funny little things. I've got some stands. Yeah, these DVD holders. Yeah, I thought volts. I just thought that seeing that the cases are so nice, you know, they're in perfect, beautiful condition. They've probably never been outdoors, and everything is so nice, and it's got the, still got all the clips. It's got the keys still in packet. They haven't even used the keys, and so just a really nice organized collection of old music. Buddy Holly, Neil Sedaka, some old rock and roll television CDs, Legends of Country. They were the 60s. Wow. Yeah, interesting. So music from the 60s is it's really not my thing. I'm more into the 80s stuff, but I might be able to pass them on. Yeah, and I got these banner things, and yeah, this one's empty. So all I've taken this for, I've gotten these before, and you take off a little bit of this steel off the ends, and it's actually really nice extruded aluminium. So I'll definitely clean these out and, you know, get a few bucks worth of extruded. You know, it all adds up. But that one there in the case, well, that was the Michael Jordan one. So I don't know if it's got any real value. It's not going to be an old version. If it was an advertising sign from the 90s, then I think it would have been really good. But this looks like a more modern, just do it. So what do you reckon about that? Oh, it's full size. Yep, it's about 6 foot tall. It goes all the way down to his feet. So, and it's the fabric is like a sort of like a I don't know, like a silky fabric. Just want to make sure it winds in straight. There you go. And it's got the easel stand so you can sit it up. And the fact that it's got its own little case, it's just one of those things that I don't know what to do with it. I was thinking it would be good for someone with a man cave that's into sports and they want to do a big poster like that. It might look nice in a modern man cave or in a bar or something. Yeah, so not sure what to do with this one. I'll put it away, but yeah, just don't know who would be interested in that. I mean, obviously it's probably, you know, I could probably put it on eBay and sell it like that if I could be bothered. All right. There's our half laptop. I left the screen, no need for the screen because I'm just going to scrap it out, get the RAM and the hard drive and motherboard and that. And the rest is yeah, just a bit of junk. Some nice car stands. Got 2 more of these CD cases, and for my hairdresser, barber, he likes these old cassettes, so I'll give them to him. Got 3 boxes of them. Really cool. And yeah, just DVDs, and still got a cover and a grill for the barbecue, the coal. Yeah, so 4 boxes of these. Like, even if I figured if the CDs were no good, it's even got ABBA. I could always, yeah, a lot of these are copied as well, so they're not all originals, but they might be still handy for someone. And if not, I figured, well, these cases, you know, might be able to take out, yeah, so it's just in a like a binder, so I might be able to use the cases for something else, like not sure. But I'll see if I can get rid of them, give them away, the same as these cassettes, because they're in a nice little cassette cases, old school. My barber will like them. All right, as you can see, a lot of boards stuff going out this week. All right, well, I think it's enough for this video. You pretty much get the picture in how I take stuff out and process stuff a little bit. I'm not going to scrap anything out today. I've got a few runs to the scrapyard and stuff. I'll just take out the rest of this and stack it away. And yeah, hope that was a bit of fun for you guys. Street scrapping at its finest. Got 13 computers and 1 laptop. Can't beat that. Great day out, beautiful day out in Melbourne. Keep scrapping, guys, have fun, and I'll catch you next time.